Renata, you requested the Artemis theme, and I'm not sure, Leah, how much you know about Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, the goddess of the moon. She's also Apollo's twin, so we have the sun and the moon, so we have sort of like the two energies going on. And I don't know if either of you guys do like journaling with the moon, but there's different phases, right? So the full moon is when like your obstacles have been achieved, and new moon is like the beginnings. So this is like when you do your goal setting. So when you're going into like the first quarter towards the full moon from the new moon, that's when you're like looking at growth and looking at like what are you doing to achieve your goals. And then right now we're in the waxing, wait, is that waxing? Yeah. So waxing is when it gets bigger, and then waning is when it gets smaller. So right now we're in the waning crescent phase, which is more like of letting go. So you're letting go of the obstacles, you're letting go of the things that are preventing you from achieving your goals. So that'll be sort of like tied into our Artemis thing. So she also had other things that I didn't want to like address, I guess, because it wasn't like fun. Like all the assaults she had to deal with, like we'll just put those aside.
Yeah, we'll just focus on the positive.
Yes. And she's also the light bringer. So she told Zeus like a bunch of stuff that she wanted to do, and one of them was light bringer. So I thought that was cool. So anyway,
that's cool.
Yeah. So let's start off with our rolling our shoulders. So we're standing, rolling the shoulders back and forward. And we can take our feet a little bit apart. Our hands are on our lower backs. And we're just doing the slow spinal twists. Kind of going to go on a rapid pace with our spinal twist so we can get to all our archery stuff. Okay, back to center and bellows breath. In and out through the nose forcefully. Exhale all the air. Rest of the air through the mouth. Move your insides without breathing. Let it go. Inhale. Hold your breath. And release. Next, collarbones to the sides. Center, bellows breath. Exhale. Rest of the mouth. Move your insides without breathing. Let it go. Inhale. Hold your breath. And release. Hands on your upper back. Twisting over your shoulder. Back to center. Bellows breathing. Full exhale. Through the mouth. Move your insides without breath. Let it go. Inhale. Hold. And release. Last one, hands up above the head. Twisting as far back as you can. Back to center, bellows breathing. Exhale. Exhale out through your mouth. Move your insides. Let it go. Inhale. Hold your breath. And release. Okay, so we're going to start off with some balancing poses that I think are moon hunter related. So the first one is going to be like a variation of tree. So you're going to, instead of putting your foot out so that your hips are open, it's going to be closed so that it's right in front. So you can rest your foot onto your shin bone. And in Kundalini Yoga, you actually have your thumbs up like that. But I don't know. I'm not sure about it. So I think that with the waning crescent, we can do a hands open, sort of like all the fingers spread. So we're taking one hand forward. I have my left knee bent, and so I have my right hand forward. The left hand comes to meet it, and then pulls back. So this is going to be sort of like a twist. And we're looking forward. So with the spinning phase, this is also like letting go. So you loose your arrow and then you just let it go. You have a full quiver. You can aim another time. Okay, and down. Other side. So now I have my right knee is bent. Shoulders back. Left hand is forward. Right hand comes to meet it, and you're drawing back. Take a few deep breaths here. Good, and down. Okay, so then we also have Royal Dancer, which normally looks like this. But there's another variation, which I don't usually do, which is more like going forward. So I think that with like an arrow goal theme, we can do this one. So this is where your torso is more leaning forward and your hand, instead of curving forward, is more straight. So we can try this one. So you're just lifting one leg, the other hand is coming forward into a line, and then you slowly tilt your torso down. And down. Let's try the other side. Okay. And reach. And come back. Okay. And down. Okay. Roll out those shoulders. There's another standing one I had. Oh, half moon. Okay, so half moon, since Artemis is the goddess of the moon, we have to do half moon. So this one is going to be another balance. You can put your hand on your hip first. Lift one leg. I'm lifting my left leg. The right hand's coming down. Slowly reaches to the ground. And then you can keep your shoulders back. And then if you want, you can lift one arm up. And you can look down at the ground if you're having trouble with balance, but if you can start lifting your chin up. Okay, and slowly come back up. Okay, other side. My right hand is on the hip. My right foot is lifting. Left hand's going to the ground. and slowly come back up. Okay, good. So now we're going to do the warrior and archer variations. So if you have both of your feet at the top of your mat or like towards the front, I'm going to step my left foot back, going into a warrior two. So this is the normal warrior two. Your palms are to the ground. Your right knee is over the foot. Good. You're looking forward. So when we do an archer variation, your hands are clasped together and then you bring one hand back to like your ear level. I feel like this opens up your chest a little bit more. Okay, you can straighten it out, release the tension. Okay, we're going to do a reverse warrior, the normal one. This is where your hand reaches back, lets you rest on your calf. Other hand comes up and over, and come back up. And let's do this with the archer variation. So we have our hands out, bend the knee to the lunge, and this way we don't have that support from our back hand. So you're going to just like point up to the sky. I think you're engaging your glutes and your leg muscles a little bit more with this. And come back. Good. So now we can do a side angle. So the normal one is where you rest your hand onto your forearm, onto your thigh. Right. Other hand comes up. You're looking up. You come back, and let's do this with the archer variation. So you have one hand down, you can bend your knee into a lunge and point down. Okay, come back up. Let's do this over onto the other side. So first let's point both of our toes straight and do a nice forward fold. Slowly bend the knees to come back up. So we're going to do all of those warriors onto the other side. So these toes are pointing forward. These are my left toes. Okay, so first warrior two. The shoulders are square with the hips, looking forward. Okay, then we're going to do the archer variation, warrior two. Good. Come up, and let's do a reverse warrior. And come back. Reversed archer. Come back. Okay. Side angle. Come back up. And side angle archer. Okay, and come back up to center. Both sets of toes are pointing forward, and let's do forward fold. Okay, coming back up to center. We're going to take a little bit to the ground, so we're going to go into a crescent lunge. So this is where you have one knee on the ground, And your front leg is bent. And the first arch up and back. Crescent lunge here. And I also want to go into like a little bit of like holding yourself. So let's go forward and grab behind our hamstrings. Okay, good. Both hands on the mat. Left foot is on the balls of the foot. Yep. Press into the mat. Let's switch over. Left foot steps forward and right knee is on the ground. Crescent lunge here. And hug your thigh. Okay, good. We're gonna go into a tabletop position. So both hands are on the mat and both knees are on the mat. First, let's just wag our hips side to side and do a hip circle. And the other way. Okay, we're gonna do a half bow. So one foot is coming up. The knee is bent. Good. You're gonna reach the opposite hand forward. Okay, shake that foot behind you and look over. Make sure it's shaking. Good, and down. Right foot comes up. Shakes the foot. Left hand comes forward. Look over your shoulder. Okay, down. Now the half bow. So our left foot's coming back up. Right hand is coming forward and then goes around and meets the ankle. We're going to kick the foot into the hand. Good. And down. Other side. And down. Okay, so let's go into a kneeling position. One hand's gonna go down onto the ground. Other foot, opposite foot is out. Good, we're gonna do a bow from this position. So you're lifting that foot up. Let's just try that first. Good, bend the knee. Reach for your foot behind you, good. We're stretching out behind us. You can look up to the ceiling if you can. And then our counter, we're bringing the knee forward, grabbing the outside of the foot and hugging it to ourselves. Good. And back to kneeling, down. Right leg's coming out. From here, lifting the leg, bend the knee, grab the ankle, stretch it out behind you. Good, and bring it forward, grab the outer edge of the foot, bring your knee to your nose. And come back up to kneeling. So Artemis is also the goddess of the wilderness and wild animals. So we're going to do a little bit of animal stuff. So we're going to put our hands in front of us. Our toes are curled behind us. We're lifting the knees up. So, sort of like that bear crawl position. And we're going to move our torsos in a circle. Yes. Good. Other way. Good. And down. Back onto your knees. We're going to just do a quick child's pose. Let the hips come back. And reach forward. Okay, we're going to slide over onto our tummies. I'm going to do more bows. Bows on the ground. So we're going to lift one foot up, reach back. This is our half bow. Reach the other hand forward, and we're lifting up. Okay, and down. Let it go. Lift the other foot, reach back. Ready? Lift off. And down. Both knees are bending, reaching for the ankles. And ready? Let's go. Try to kick into your hands. And down. And let's rest for a little bit. Hands press into the mat. Toes are on the ground. Let's bring this to a seated position. Legs are in front of you. First, let's put our feet together. So this is like the butterfly. Opening up our hips. I'm going to try to do a seated archer, which I find challenging. So this will be a challenge pose. First, we have to open our hips up. Okay, legs come back up. Okay, bring one knee in. I don't know if you can see me. I know my clothes are dark and look the same. So we're squeezing this knee into the armpit as much as possible. Set up nice and straight. And bring it out. Bring the knee out down into the ground. And reach for that extended leg. Come back up. Let's do the other side. So first bring the knee in. Really hug it in as much as you can. Let it fall out to the side. Then reach for that extended foot leg. Good. Okay, so we're gonna try the seated archer, which I'm really not good at, but so you're gonna have one hand that's gonna come up to your face and it's holding your foot. The other hand is reaching for your extended leg. So first let's bring one foot in. Try to grab it, maybe by the outside edge of the foot. Other foot you're holding. Alright. And try to stabilize here. And then bring your foot up. Guys, getting this? I'm a little wobbly. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah, okay, cool. And down. Let's try the other side. So, right? Yeah, it's a little weird. Okay, so you're grabbing one, I grabbed my toe, and now I'm grabbing the outside edge of this foot that I've brought in. This is my side that's less balanced, so we'll see how this one goes. We're gonna bring this up to our face. Good. All right, down. Good. This is our experiment. So part of our flow, I think, would be a moon salutation. So we don't usually do salutations, but it's basically just choreography of a bunch of moves that's been put together. And someone that I really like is Shiva Rhea. She has a really cool looking moon salutation, so I thought we would do that. So it starts with our standing up, and she has her hands in like this cupping position, which I imagine is like moonlight. This is what in my mind. She's like holding this moonlight. So just pausing here, and then she brings it over onto the back, but the fingertips are pointing up as she puts it onto her lower back, and then you arch just really as much as you can back. And then slowly come up and forward. So her style is like very like free-flowing and sensual, so she's bending her knees and her arms are just resting on the ground. From here we go into a runner's lunge, so we have both hands on the ground, and I'm stepping my left foot back. First straightening the back, and then we're gonna turn this front foot so that we're on the blade edge of the foot, the outer edge, and the back foot, instead of being on the balls, you're just gonna rest your top part of your foot on the ground. From here, maybe it's better from this angle. From here, your hand is gonna do a couple semicircles. So you're gonna arch up here and come back out. Do a couple of these semicircles. And then do one big giant circle. Sweeping it forward. Good. Coming back to the runner's lunge. And then we're gonna do some swaying. So you're gonna put your heel on the ground. We're doing the side lunges from one side to the other. And you're just dragging your hands around, really free forming it. And your head and your upper back can just go whatever way you want. Good. We're gonna go to runner's lunge on the other side. So whichever side you haven't done yet. For me, it's the left one. First, the back is straight. Good. Then we're gonna go onto the blade edge of that front foot. So your knee pops out to the side. The back leg, your top half of the foot is on the ground. Stabilizing with one hand, and then we're doing the semicircles. Then one nice big circle. Good, back to runner's lunge. Step back to like a plank. Knees on the ground. Slide the hands forward into a puppy pose. This is where you have your chest and your chin on the ground. And we adjust this by lifting and lowering the chest. But you can make this like as free form as you want. Forearms on the ground, slide forward into Sphinx. Remember we did like shoulder dips before, so we can do that even on the ground. We're also going to do neck circles. This is like a freeform shoulder neck movement. Go the other way. Good, face on the ground and the hands are coming up and out into like a prayer. Hands by your chest, toes curled down, going into downward dog. Lift one leg up, three-legged dog. And down, three-legged dog on the other side. And we're going to step that foot forward into our runner's lunge. So now that you know the choreography, it'll be a little bit easier. I'll just call it out. So from here, we're going to do that. Let the knee go out to the side and just do our semicircles with our hands. Now that you know the moves, it's more just getting into it whatever way you like. Back to runner's lunge. Let's do the lunges side to side. Runner's lunge on the other side. Knee goes to the side. Semicircles. Both hands on the ground. Knees on the ground, puppy pose. Slide up to Sphinx. Sphinx with some circles. All the way down, hands forward into prayer. Hands slide to your chest, bringing the feet forward into a forward fold. Knees are back, hands on the ground. Slowly rising up, fingertips are pointing up, palms on the back, nice back stretch. Hands come up and over into that offering position. And come back down. So that's our moon salutation. So we have like 2 minutes left. I think we should go onto the ground. Just do some nice relaxing circles here. Some things I forgot to say. But when you are doing like a warrior two One thing to remember is one hand is forward, that's in the future. The back hand is in the past. And you are in your heart center in the present. Okay, let's do a forward fold here. Kind of put your face in your feet. Good. Legs come out, extend your legs out. Let's do a forward fold here. Well, first let's point and flex the feet, and then slide the hands forward. Good. Slowly come back up. Legs crossed, easy seat. We're gonna do our sun salutation that's seated. Last 3 breaths together, inhaling up, exhale down. 2 more. Last one. There you go. Thank you.